Yo. Sorry.
We back. Ready to talk that talk. Y'all ready to talk that talk tonight? Got one link to the same. Yeah.
Yo. It's your boy NB at your platform podcast and your boy Marshawn.
Yeah. We back. Sorry about that, y'all. We had a busy couple of weeks, so I've been MIA. But we back to it. We about to get back in tune, about to get everything back in motion. We going live tonight. We just gonna talk that talk. What up, Brody?
What's good? Yeah, man, you been gone a little bit, man. You done missed out on a lot. For real.
Yeah, man. It's been busy, man. Dealing with the kids. I had some family shit going on too, so I mean, then Super Bowl was last weekend, so we're stuck on that. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah. You know how that be. Super Bowl, yeah. But so who you want in the Super Bowl? Who's your team?
Philly, of course, all day.
Philly. I told everybody Philly was gonna win. Philly won me some money too. On me, Philly won me some money. I give them that though. Shout out to Philly. Philly won me some money.
Man, I've been a Philly fan. Honestly, ever since AI started playing for the 76ers. Because when he first started, I didn't watch football like that. So when I started watching football, I'm like, shit, I'm already a fan of Philly. I might well go with the Eagles if I'm a Sixers fan. I just roll with it. But man, see them do what they did in the Super Bowl is great. It's great.
That's what's up. Yeah, most definitely. So man, I want to touch bases on some things, man. So what's been new with you?
Man, just been game planning, man, at the shop. We've been having a lot going on at the shop, so I've really been just trying to get different game plans set up. I've been trying to get a different routine going. Kind of been like in training, so it's like I'm trying to get. I've started to look at things at a different point of view to where, like, instead of looking for somebody similar to me or with my same skill set, what I did was I just told my guys at the shop and start working with them individually and start training them individually to set it up to where they know or have the knowledge that I got, and then set up some type of program where I get them trained a little bit heavier to where that way I can, because my ultimate goal really is to step away from turning wrenches. So if I can get people trained to where they turn the wrenches and they can do what I do, and all I got to do is oversee their work. I'm not hands-on as much. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my ultimate goal.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Yeah, but man, running a business most definitely tough. I know it is with you, man.
Especially because when you open up a business or when you start a business, you have a vision and set. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a vision that you're trying to get to.
Yeah.
And everybody that you hire not gonna have that same vision. So it's hard to get people in that's gonna have that same vision, and they gonna move the same way you move. And that's why I kind of like, you know what, I got a good set of guys at the shop right now. My focus right now is to just get them to have the same vision and move the same way. That way everything's copacetic and everything's moving the way I want it to.
So you feel like your team you got now is a lot better team you've been at?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, we've had our ups and downs being open. We've had our trials, we've had our tribulations. But I feel right now like the two guys like right now that are helping me out in the shop they got a good heads on their shoulders. I can really mold them to be what I need them to be.
Yeah, that's most definitely. Yeah, you most definitely need some real workers there. That's real. Yeah, man. So I'm gonna ask you a couple questions, man. So, man, what's your input on this whole ordeal with everything that's been going on in the world, man?
Man, it's been crazy. I try to stay out of politics because
Yeah, me too.
the way I look at it, really like I don't really lean towards government assistance. I really don't lean towards government helping me out, and I really don't lean heavily towards like the different laws and shit that take place. So it's like as much as I want to be like it don't affect me, it still do, especially being a business owner now.
Yeah,
So it's like I gotta change my viewpoint on a couple of things. But I feel like really it's hard to it's hard to like pinpoint a exact feeling towards what's going on because it affects a lot of people. And you know what I'm saying? It affects America as one, not just individual cultures that live in America. So it's like it's really hard to just have one opinion on it.
yeah, yeah. That's true. That's true.
Like especially with a lot of the things that's being passed right now, it affects a lot of our lower income individuals and individuals that live in poverty right now, and it's not helping them none at all. It's actually making their situation worse. So, me personally, I feel like we're gonna have a lot more people homeless. We're gonna have a lot more people on the streets. It's definitely gonna raise the violence and the crime rates here in America. Um, but it's one of those things, man. It's like every other presidency. It's just the beginning. We're just gonna have to play play how it is. You know what I'm saying, in our culture, we do that anyway. We really don't pay attention to politics in our culture. We just live day by day. It's a struggle for us from the day we born, really. So right now, I just feel like we just gonna keep living life the way we've been living life and doing shit the way we've been doing.
Hey, that's a facts though. That's real shit. No, that's facts though. Cause I was, you know what I'm saying? Like I be trying to stay off the politician shit too, man. But with a lot of shit that be going on, it's running across the news, you can't really help it. But
Right,
really,
right,
you know what I'm
right.
saying? Speak on it when you don't want to speak on it.
Yeah, that's facts.
Yeah,
Because I mean, it right, especially right now. Right now, it's affecting so many people. It's a huge impact. Even if it don't directly impact your life, or you don't feel like it directly impacts your life, we gonna start to see soon like how much it really does directly affect us. So it's just one of those things, man. Sometimes you just gotta sit back and let shit play out.
So do you think um with like everything that's going on, do you think that it decrease our value in America with a lot of the shit that's going on with like the laws being passed with him trying to shut down the government, like what I'm saying? Like what
Absolutely
you
not.
think?
So like the law that he passing right now, it's like it's one of those things to where yeah, a lot of people are scared of what's going to happen, or a lot of people are scared of you know um, he's taking away basically civil rights.
Facts.
But it's one of those things to where people got to understand, like y'all can study up like the Moorish beliefs. Y'all can find Mormon communities. Y'all become a Mormon, that civil rights shit don't matter to you no way.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
Hell
like
no,
once you become a Mormon, you're no longer a citizen. So therefore, you know what I'm saying? Like they have their own governed rules that they go by. It's just like natives. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're native and you live on native land, the sheriffs and all that, unless they're the sheriff of that land, anything outside of that land can't touch you.
Yeah, because most of that's like federal, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what
and
I
that's just all federally protected. So it's like the shit he passing right now, all that shit's doing is like Trump said when he came in office the first time, he gon' pinpoint and he gonna open up America's true problem, and that's what he's doing right now. And America's true problem is racism, segregation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, and hatred.
Do you think he exposing it?
He exposing the fuck out of it.
On me.
But the way he doing it is I see what he's doing, but the way he's doing it and the way he's going about it is making everybody like, oh, Trump a racist, Trump this, Trump supports this, Trump supports that. But y'all gotta realize, y'all gotta understand, this is America. America was built on everything that Trump is doing to this day.
Right.
The only thing Trump is doing is letting y'all know that shit did not go nowhere. That shit was just buried under the rug. And now he's exposing America for what it really is.
Okay.
That's just like for instance, let's look at the immigration laws that he's passing right now and the shit that he's doing with ICE and all that. We're sitting here as citizens, we're like, oh yeah, get them people out of here, get them people out of here, get them people out of here. But it's like shit. When them people leave, it's like when you in a relationship with somebody and they do, but you only see the negatives.
Yeah.
And then when they leave, you're like, damn, they really did do this. They really did do that. They really. So while Trump's sitting here trying to push all of the immigrants and the illegals and whatever out of the country, who gonna do your roofs?
Facts.
Who gonna do your flooring? Who gonna do your plumbing? Who gonna work as hard as they work for the cost that they work for?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, they one of the biggest and the best legal hustlers in America.
Agree.
Regardless of how people look at them, regardless, they some hardworking individuals.
Like I look at it as too, like for me, on like what I see on it, I see it as that he forcing the American people to go out and work now, even harder.
But how many Americans is really gonna go out and work?
Well, I know, we know the answer. But he leaving it no choice.
Like it's like
it's on the table. It's no choice though.
Yeah.
At some point, it like I feel like if he starts shutting certain things down, and then people losing benefits to certain things, what else that to do? You gotta
it's going, yeah. Because people it's gonna put a higher demand in the areas where they're leaving out at. So
Exactly.
once them demands open up, them job opportunities open up, they gonna start realizing, and companies is gonna realize this too. Big name corporate companies, they're gonna realize that okay, we just got rid of all of our employees, to say the least. Now we got to fill that slot with Americans.
Facts.
Americans gonna come in, they're lazy, number one. They're fucking entitled, number two, and they're not gonna do that work for what they were doing that work for. So now you have to pay them more to do less, and you got to supervise them a lot more. You know what I'm saying? You can't just look at an American and be like, hey, yeah, I need 50 roofs done by the end of this month.
Right.
And they be like, okay, we're gonna do it. They probably get 10 of them done and be like, well shit, we did 10 roofs. That's good.
Right.
But as far as like the illegal immigrants that they so-called say are so bad in this country, man, you tell them, hey, look, this is our quota for this month. We need 50 roofs done. They're gonna game plan that shit. They're gonna go out there, they're gonna hustle that shit up. They're gonna get, if they don't get 50, they're gonna get at least 45 done. To where you're like, okay, my real quota was only 30. Y'all did 15 over what I really wanted, but I just told y'all 50 because I knew y'all was gonna hit this goal. And you paying them half of, not even half of what you would pay these entitled ass Americans that are lazy as fuck don't want to do shit.
Facts. Like I look at it that way too, man. Like when you sit back and look though, we know that the Americans ain't gonna get out there and work, but at the end of the day, it's gonna be a time where it ain't no choice, because you see the price of shit. Well, I went in the store today, bro. The price of eggs and the price of orange juice, that shit was like $8. You get what I'm saying? So just put, just put tax on that shit, and then you just go from there. That's how I look at it.
And see, the crazy part about that is we is in one of the biggest inflations in history, and our minimum wage is still the same.
Me, I don't even get that part.
Our minimum wage is
figure that out forever.
Bro, they got fucking houses or apartments downtown that cost more than fucking 4-bedroom houses. Ain't no way in hell I'm gonna go downtown Cedar Rapids and spend $1,500 on a 1-bedroom.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a fuck how good that motherfucker looks. It's number one, and we're still in Cedar Rapids. And number two, there ain't no way I'm spending $1,500 on a 1-bedroom when I can go to a landlord, a private landlord or whatever management, and I can spend $1,500 on a 3 to 4-bedroom house with a garage. Nah. Y'all got me fucked up.
Oh man. Yeah, hey man, and then that's another thing. Like I be trying to, I wanted to ask you something on my last episode. A lot of people ain't see that one, but I had posted it. What you thinking about, like when I ask, when I'm talking about the self-value, the self-value of people.
Self-value?
Yeah, do you feel like people value anything anymore? Do they value themselves? Do they value life?
Nah, because a lot of people nowadays, like I said, is entitled. So it's like they want handouts nowadays. You know what I'm saying? And proof of that is when the PPP loan went out. You know what I'm saying? Like whether you got it or not. If you got it, hey, look, you got lucky. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a hustle, motherfuckers jumped on it, motherfuckers. But that just goes to show you how many people are willing to just take a handout because they say, oh yeah, you get 20,000 or 30,000 or 40,000, and we can make it easy for you. A lot of people nowadays, man.
Like I felt like that was the rise and the downfall for a lot of people. You know, the reason why I said it was a rise is because they put so much money in people's hands and they did all the wrong things with it.
I don't even think it was a rise. I think it was a lesson.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Fact,
I used to trade currency, and I used to trade for an organization called I Am Academy. And the number one thing that they used to say in there all the time is, if you can't manage $1, you can't manage 100. If you can't manage $100, you can't manage $1,000. You know what I'm saying? So what they did was they put thousands of dollars in these people's hands, and how many of them people that got those thousands of dollars, you get $15 to $20,000. You getting $15,000 to $20,000 handed to you, and them people blew that shit.
Yeah,
blew that shit.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, I felt like that. That's why I said I feel like it was the catch. That it was like we're gonna give them all this money to see if they actually gonna do what they said they're gonna do, and I feel like people, I feel like that was just a way to try to put a man. I don't know. For me, I feel like that they put a lot of motherfuckers in a position where they couldn't get up out of their positions. Cause who finna turn that down?
I definitely did.
I did too, but I'm just saying, like,
I ain't gonna lie. I thought about that.
Real highs. It was a couple sleepless nights. I'm damn, and they got the forgiveness.
Yeah.
You know, I'm damn, but
it's different though.
Yeah, but we got some legit running.
If I would have signed up for that, I would have invested 100% into my business.
Yeah, most definitely.
It would have went 100% into my business. I wouldn't have invested in clothes, shoes. Yeah. Oh, I'm about to go buy me a car. No, none of that. I would have invested in something that was going to make me that money back times 10. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not just going, oh, you gave me $20,000 free cash. Here, let me go blow this shit. Nah, you got to invest that into something that's going to make it back, or at least double it. You know what I'm saying? You can't just get money like that and just blow that shit 100%.
Yeah. I agree with you on that shit, most definitely. Like, yeah, we gotta just, it is what it is, man. But yeah, but like I said, I want to stay on that on this self-value topic. Like what you thinking, like, you know what I'm saying? Like where you sitting at with the self-value, like on, you know what I'm saying? Like when I spoke, I talked about like how people don't value themselves, period. Like that's how I feel. I feel like people value themselves less, and I feel like this is why the world's so fucked up.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like we don't have enough respect for not even each other, for ourselves.
No, we really don't. But then, I mean, look at the shit these kids get to watch on TV. Nothing on TV shows value to it.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? All our music videos is females twerking, niggas selling drugs, or motherfuckers killing each other. I mean, you can't even get on the news without hearing a report of somebody dying or being murdered or whatever, which, you know what I'm saying? So it's like the society that we live in now, it's okay to live a low life, like a low value of life to yourself. And then it's like we don't have the same mentors now that we did growing up. You know what I'm saying? Teachers aren't really as involved. Now it's just a paycheck.
They damn the same age like the students.
Every once in a while, you get them teachers, you run across some teachers that really do care about their students. But nowadays it's a paycheck. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and that's where everybody's value is dedicated to nowadays is money. You know what I'm saying? Money over is like the highest value thing right now. That's why they don't value themselves, because they value a paycheck over themselves.
And that's what and that's crazy, because on one of our topics that I got is like what I wanted to touch on base is like, you know what I'm saying, greed, you know what I'm saying, money, like, you know what I'm saying, like how, like money, honestly, money is, you know, that shit is like the devil, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying, just think about how many people, we all need money to survive, but just imagine what people would do for money. Just
any and everything.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
and that's why it's hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you picking people who you want to be around you got to make sure you picking solid people.
facts.
Because if you got somebody next to you that got a dollar sign over their head, they gonna sell you out for that amount of dollar sign. You know what I'm saying? So it's like nowadays, when they used to tell us as kids, money is the root of all evil, they was not lying. I mean, look at everything that's going on today. All that shit is wrapped around money. All that shit is wrapped around either debts or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? So when you got motherfuckers out here, like motherfuckers that got here, get on desperate shit that want to go rob motherfuckers or want to go rob a bank, it's all behind, oh, I need money, I need money, I need money. And it's like not necessarily them being greedy, but it's them surviving too.
Right.
But that goes back to the whole self-value thing. Because if you value yourself, you can get out here and get jobs, get out here and get a good paying job. You know what I'm saying? And interviews is basically like you being a salesperson for yourself. You got to sell yourself at an interview. And if you don't value yourself at a high value, you're not going to walk in the interview confident. And you're not going to have the confidence when you walk in there and get hired right off.
That's true.
Or you only going to apply at jobs you feel you can get. So if you value yourself low, the only jobs you're going to apply is fast food restaurants, Walmarts, you know what I'm saying, supermarkets, gas stations, whatever you feel you can get, that's what you're going to apply at. You know what I'm saying? Not saying there's something wrong with those jobs, because I mean, obviously we need them. But at the same time, it's like if you wanted them to where you're like, yeah, I'm not going to settle. I need 20, 30 plus. You're going to get in a trade. You're going to value yourself enough. You're going to value yourself enough to where you either A, going to get in a trade, or B, you walk into a factory like, hey, look, this is where I sit. This is how I present myself. Yeah. Your minimum pay, let's say you walk to a factory, their minimum pay starting out is $15 an hour. But you write out a resume that you can sell yourself for $20 an hour starting out. They're going to pay you that.
Facts. You're right. You're right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't just walk into a job like, okay, your minimum is 15. That's what I'm going to settle with. You got to walk into a job like, hey, look, your minimum is 15, but here are the skill sets that I bring to the table. Here's my resume. Here's the jobs that I worked previously to coming in here. So I'm not coming in here as a brand new, you know what I'm saying, individual. I got the skill sets. All I need is for you to show me how you do it, and then I'm killing the board.
That's true.
But people, like you said, people don't value themselves enough to where they can walk in there confidently and be like, this is what I bring to the table. This is what I want to get paid. If you can't match this pay, I gotta walk away because I got another job offer over here that's going to match that.
Facts. Yeah. That's true. That's true. Yeah, that's how, man. I've been the reason why I had pushed it on the topic of put it on the topic of being just that self-value, because I just feel like self-value is like a big thing, because I feel like that's like one of the biggest important things, besides, like, we talked about, we got into our envy topic, we talk about communication, you know what I'm saying, like we going all the way back, and that's why I said on more and more episodes as we go, that's why I want to keep going back and forth to those topics, because I feel like that a lot of people hearing it, but they ain't hearing it.
No.
Sometimes they need to be reminded. We all need to be reminded that, like, you know what I'm saying? That's like right now, me and you, we able to podcast together. That's because we communicate, we can understand what's going on. And then it comes with the comprehension part. And that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people don't have those qualities.
No.
They think they do, but they don't. And that's why I be trying to tell it. Like, I be trying to tell a lot of these young brothers, like man, like when I was an iron worker, when I worked in the iron field, like, I feel like that was one of the best fields that any young person can take that route. Because once you get into that union and you do them hours they want you to do, and you put that work in, and you official, pay be crazy.
But see, a lot of young people steer away from the union, because when you apply for a union, they see the union fees.
Fact.
So they're like, oh no, y'all not gonna be taking this out of my check from work. But they fail to realize, like, when you in a union, you in an organization, and you in a family, to where they gonna look out for you. You know what I'm saying? And the fees go towards looking out for the union family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like what they don't realize, being young and being new to the working atmosphere, when you in a union, when they go on them union strikes, that's what them fees pay for. Because you still get a paycheck even though you're on strike, but that's coming out of the union fees that everybody pays. They think, oh, no, we just paying into the union making money off it. No, you're paying into the union so that way when y'all do run into a complication or you run into a complication, they got them funds to back that up.
And then,
But like I said previously too, though, a lot of people just want handouts, man. It's not a lot. It's not a lot of hardworking people and individuals that are willing to come out here and work for a paycheck.
No, I think that too. I feel like a lot of people want shit handed to them. You know what I'm saying? I think we all once was. I know I once was in that mind frame where I felt like shit had to be handed to me when I was younger. Like I work a job, but I wouldn't work a job. Like I wouldn't put my all into it. I give it about, probably about 40%. Another 60% was dedicated to, doing whatever the fuck I wanted to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I look at it that when you try to talk to the young, to the youth, they really don't want to hear it because they still young, and we was once young too, so we ain't want to hear that shit neither.
No.
So I just feel like that. Once they get our age, I be trying to talk to them because I don't want them to get my age and then be like, oh shit, I want to create a business at this age. Hell no, that's something that you should have did at like 21, 22 years old. That's what I be trying to talk to the, the youth about trying to like take advantage of like the opportunities and like the grants and like the real estate business, like all that, like it's money in everything we do. So that's why I be trying to stay on top of them to tell them like, man, it's a lot more in life than what y'all doing out there.
Facts. But that's also something like that's not installed as a child because schools are not teaching them how to be independent business owners. They're teaching them how to be employees.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So in a school, the way they're directed in the school is to be employees, is to follow rules, is to be on a set schedule, which is great. You know what I'm saying? We all need those basic terminologies and those basic lessons throughout life. But yeah, I feel like if we had courses or classes that would teach them how to be independent and how to be business owners and have a structure up underneath them, then these kids will have a different outlook when it comes to how they gonna be. Because right now, kids is in school, they bored.
Right.
Then when they come home, they playing GTA or they playing Roblox or they playing YouTube videos and shit, and they watching these people that are just getting money easily.
Yeah.
But they don't know the risk that these people is taking when they're just getting the money easy. Or they don't know the sacrifices certain individuals, like if you watching streamers and shit like that and how rich they became, you know what I'm saying? Like they not understanding that streamers sacrifice a lot before they get to the point where they're at. You know what I'm saying? Just like business owners, people look at corporations and businesses and they're like, that's what I want. Right. They're rich. Or you own a business, you're rich. But they don't understand the sacrifices business owners make in the beginning to grow and to build and to become what they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially like these franchises, like people that open up franchises in the beginning, it's like when y'all hear them success stories of, oh yeah, I was homeless, I was doing this and I was doing that. Like them real life stories. People went years being homeless because they had a vision and they wasn't willing to give up on their business or their vision. And then once they didn't give up, and when it blew up, it blew up. Now they're seeing the success and they're like, oh, I want what you got. But then the business owners telling them they success story, they're like, nah, you didn't struggle. You've been rich your whole life. You've been this, you've been that. But it's like, man, look, if only half the people who sit up here and be like, oh, I want to own my own business knew what it takes to actually be a business owner, them motherfuckers be like, nah, I'll work a regular job.
Hey,
fuck that.
Hey, but that's what I've been trying to say though. I've been trying to say that like people think that they got that ability to put in 70 hours, 80 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember during the summer, I was working from 7 in the morning to 7 at night. Man. You know what I'm saying? Monday through Saturday, taking one day off.
Man, 7 to 7 would be great. I remember those nights, bro. I remember, no lie, when I had my shop out in Shelbyville, I remember there was night, bro. I showed up to the shop at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I didn't leave that motherfucker till 4 o'clock. And I was right back at that bitch at 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning.
Man, I couldn't do it. I have to at least get a good 5 hours of sleep.
And that's like before I went into business for myself, when I was working at McGrath. Yeah. There was times where, bro, I'm up at 5:30 in the morning. I gotta be to McGrath at 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. I leave McGrath at 5:30 in the afternoon, go home, bro. I'm working till midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning in my own garage.
So what you was doubling the jobs?
Hell yeah. Motherfuckers call me up like, hey, how much McGrath charge to do this? I be like, shit, you go through McGrath, it's like $1,500-$1,600. They like, well, if I buy the parts and I bring it to your garage, how much you gonna charge me? Shit, I charge $300-$400. Bro, I'm in the garage doing transmission job, $500. On my back, laying on my back doing shit. I had like a couple transmission jobs. I'm like, shit, this shit look easy, $350. They like, bet. Man, I get up on that motherfucker, it take me 12 hours to do that. I'm like, shit. But I already gave him the price. Yeah. But there was times though, like there was times I'll go home, I'll work 10 hours at my job. I'll go home and make 1 week's worth of pay in 4 hours that I did at the job, working 10 hours for a full week. I'm working 40, 50 hours a week, and I'm going home working 5 hours, and I can pull off in those 5, 6, 10 hours at home. I can pull off what I'm making in 40 to 50 hours at a job.
Yeah, that's honestly, that's usually how the side hustle be until you start investing in that one side hustle. Yeah. But like once you keep that side hustle, that's most definitely where it be at.
But the hardest part about it is that transition. Like some of my customers still don't understand the transition of when I was doing it out my garage, you know what I'm saying? I had a backing from my 9 to 5. So I'm doing it cheap. I'm doing it for the low out my garage. So now when I transition into this is 100% of my profit, this is 100% of what I bring in. Now I got an overhead cost. I got business expenses. Yeah, I still got my at-home expenses. Hello. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I got to transition, and when I transition, my charge goes up per hour. So I can go from 50. I'm charging $50 an hour at the house in the garage. You know what I'm saying? Now that I'm in a full establishment, our hourly rate is twice that, double that, plus extra because now I got employees. I got all types of shit that I got to pay for. So I can't give you the garage prices, my nigga. I'm not working out the garage. So when you come into the shop, and then the biggest thing is when people come into the shop, they like, well, shit, I could have took this to a regular shop to pay this price. The fuck you think you just walked into? You feel me? Like that should be the most that be the most irritating thing in my shop, bro. They walk in and be like, well, damn, I could have went to a regular shop for these prices. Oh, my bad. I thought you walked into a fucking garage, my nigga. Like, I didn't know you didn't walk into a regular shop.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, once a motherfucker don't respect what you got going on,
I send them away.
Sometimes you gotta send them away because that's how you feed your family. That's how you put your soul. Like, man, that's just like I tell you all the time, man. I don't care if you change your brakes doing the oil change. You tell somebody $150, that's your price. Yeah, I might not like it, but I can't argue with I can't argue with your business.
I tell people this all the time. People walk into the shop and they want to negotiate and argue my prices. I be like, all right, go down the street.
On me.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you go down the street, no matter what shop you go to down the street, if it's not an independently owned, if it's a franchise, 9 times out of 10, you're paying double, if not triple, what I charge you at my shop. On me. And that's parts and labor. And you can bring me whatever quote you want to, and I will debunk it and I will let you know, because no franchise shop in Cedar Rapids is charging less than 100% upcharge on parts. Yeah. So for what you can go to the store and buy in a store, they're charging you 100% upcharge on that price when you walk through their doors. So let's say starter, for instance. You walk in the AutoZone, starter $126, $150. Yeah. But you walk into a franchise, that same starter is $300 plus.
Damn.
And then you're paying labor on top of it.
So they do the store prices plus add their price.
Well, they do the commercial store price.
Okay.
Plus they add their price. You know what I'm saying? So it's like ours we have an upcharge on our parts too, but it's like nowhere near what the competition is. That's why I tell people in Cedar Rapids, like, I don't view no other company as competition. You know what I'm saying? The only competition I view in Cedar Rapids is McGrath, and that's because they're the largest dealership in Iowa. He's monopolized Iowa, and I respect the man to the highest form because he did what no other company in Iowa was looking to do as far as automotive go. You know what I'm saying? He's like, okay, I made my name here in Cedar Rapids. Well, his parents made their name here in Cedar Rapids. They started the company. They passed it down to their children. So therefore, he's like, how can I take it further than just Cedar Rapids?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now they're everywhere. They're in Dubuque, in Davenport, in Iowa City, in Waterloo. You know what I'm saying? There is no city you can go to in Iowa and not see a McGrath unless it's a real small town.
Yeah, you're right.
So it's like all the major cities here in Iowa, McGrath's got it.
You're right. You're right. I give you that. Yeah.
Regardless, and that's regardless of what people say, think, whatever. Like they are the largest company as far as automotive go. They're the largest company in Iowa. They don't have competition, and you think they see me as competition? Not at all. Not at all. I'm not even pinching the McGraths when it comes. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to because we work like so. I worked there for almost 6 years in total. And I still can walk through there, and I got a great relationship with everybody there, even though I still sell the same service that they sell. I can walk in their service department. I get the utmost respect in any one of the buildings that I walk in. So it's like, and then like when I bump into the actual managers and owners, it's like I still get respected by them because I'm not sitting here like, oh yeah, they're competition. I'm gonna talk down. I'm gonna tell customers. No, I don't go. I actually send some of my customers to them if it's like if you walk through my door and I feel like you need to go to the dealership for that. I'm like, hey, look, you might as well just take it over here because that's not something that we can do here.
Thanks. Hey man, I tell you every day, man, I appreciate your shit. I know I do. I'm glad you got that shot.
Man, really. A lot of people appreciate it, and I'm grateful for the people that do. But then you got so many people that don't understand automotive. When they come through the door, it's like you have to be patient with certain individuals because not everybody understands automotive. Not everybody understands the way a car works, and they think, oh, I dropped my car off. Y'all should be able to, or y'all have to be able to fix it.
Right.
And it's like sometimes cars are gonna get dropped off there, and we fix one problem. But as we fix that problem, another problem that was already getting ready to happen or was already happening arises. And now I gotta debunk that and I gotta explain that to customers. And that's really, in my field, that's really one of the hardest things is explaining to a customer like, hey, we fixed the problem you brought it in for, but this problem is now showing. Or this problem was showing prior to, and you decided to fix this one, but your car still has this issue.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, well, y'all didn't do nothing. What? Like, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
That's why I had to fall back from a mechanic. And it's okay, but man, it comes with too much.
Oh, trust me, I know. Especially being a street mechanic and coming from that background, bro. When I had my garage, there was so many people that come to the garage and be like, oh, you fucked my car up. No, I didn't. Like, I fixed your car, but you already had this problem. You didn't explain to me, and you dropped your car off. And now you have this issue that we have to deal with. And they're like, no, you did that. I'm like, oh, okay. And then another thing is like, when you doing it on the street, man, you ain't got insurance to back it up. And that's what people be failing to realize. Like, we ain't got that insurance on the streets. And then you like, okay, yeah, I broke this part. So now I'm gonna call my insurance company. They're gonna go ahead and replace this part for us. You know what I'm saying? That's where now that I got a shop, like let's say a mistake happens in the shop. All I gotta do at the shop now is just make a phone call to the parts department or to the parts store that we buy our parts from and order that part. If it really hurts the company, I can just call the insurance company. Like, look, one of my employees did this, or I made this mistake with this, and it cost us this. And 9 times out of 10, they're gonna cover it. Like, that's what insurance is for, is mistakes being made.
Yeah. That's facts. That's facts.
But then, you know what I'm saying? Like, as far as business, being a business owner goes, that's where value and self-value comes in too. Because you got a lot of people who want to open up business, but they don't value themselves enough to where they take that step to open up their business. They don't believe in themselves or their dreams enough to just take that leap and jump into owning their own business. Because we got some, I ain't gonna lie, we got some talented fucking people in Cedar Rapids, or in Iowa in general. We got a lot of talented people out here that could open up their own business, you know. But some people they rather keep it as a hobby or keep it as a side hustle because it's easier. Feel me? You don't have all the backing and responsibilities that come behind it, which is very well respected. Because not a lot of people can handle that pressure. If you can't handle that pressure, stay in your lane. But when you decide to jump from, oh, okay, I'm an employee, I'm gonna work under somebody, I'm gonna let their insurance deal with this, I'm gonna let the company deal with this, but then on the side I'm gonna do it and do my side hustle. It's actually a lot easier, it's a lot stressful, or a lot less stressful, and you don't have to worry about all the responsibilities as actually being a business owner. So I mean it's got its ups and downs when it comes to it.
It does. It does. It got its hit or miss, especially in the line of business on there.
That's fact. That's fact. A lot of people bring us silver and expect to get diamonds out of it.
That's what somebody said.
That's what my brother just said, and that's true facts. And I learned actually I learned that working in a body shop. When I took the Kirkwood class to do body work, that was one of the first things my instructor told me. He was like, you got to pay close attention to what it is that you let out of your stall, because when a customer drops their car off, it don't matter the condition that they drop it off. When they get it back, they want it in perfect working condition or perfect looking condition. And being at a body shop, bro, there's customers that will drop their car off and you would swear up and down their car would be total. And we get it back together. The paint is perfect. Well, I ain't gonna say the paint ain't ever gonna be perfect.
Right.
But the paint is good. The car is looking gorgeous. Get it outside, the paint don't match in one area and they complain. And it's like, what?
Hey, that's
like, your car didn't even drive when you drop it off. And then you want it to come back and just be the most immaculate car driving down the road when you pick it up.
That's what I'm saying. You can't make people happy no matter what you do. Nah. People gotta have a good day today. Tomorrow they go, you the worst motherfucker.
I swear. Especially when you in a service, like when you own a service business. That's like you and my little brother. I don't know how y'all do it. Y'all probably look at me and say, y'all don't know how I do it. I don't know how y'all gotta go to different. Y'all gotta go to people's houses, cut their grass. They want their edges perfect. Motherfuckers, they cut their own grass in 15 years, but you go in there and make one mistake, they oh, your heels about it. Yeah. Or snow removal.
They be trying to talk you out of that little $5, $10.
Yeah.
Hey man, you think you can take something off since you ain't do this part? Oh, that's so big.
They ain't even got no garden in their yard, but they expect a garden when you leave, type shit.
That's so I was looking at it too.
But nah, bro, it's a lot, and there's been a lot going on too, like especially in the last, I want to say in the last like 5 to 10 years, especially within the last 5, there's been a lot going on around the world. So it's like it puts people in a completely different mindset. Yeah. Like I remember when COVID hit, everybody was like, "Oh, I just work from home. I can just work from home." There was a lot of work from home positions that were opening up. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people was just getting into that I'm just gonna work from home mindset. And then, you know, when Cedar Rapids got hit with the ratio, it took out a lot of businesses. It took out a lot of opportunities. But it gave people opportunity too. You know what I'm saying? Like that the ratio cleanup, they was paying people for that. But you had to have a work ethic to go do that.
That shit was there. That was most definitely some money. It was some long hours, but it was some good money. But the thing with me though, the most, to be honest though, I just be trying to push like the positivity in the world, because I feel like that we don't have enough of it. Like everybody, like I know it's a lot of times people don't want to hear that shit, but sometimes you just gotta put it out there. You know, even when people don't want to hear it, you still gotta keep pushing it out there because we got so many lost kids out here. Like I'm talking about lost souls. Like they don't know if they coming or going. They ain't never had nobody teaching nothing.
That's right.
Nothing but total gun.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like I look like, you know, that's like my boys, like that's most definitely ain't the journey I want my kids to take.
Oh no, hell
You know
no.
what I'm saying?
No.
That's why I try to keep that work ethic around me, so they can see me doing that, so they can, you know, hopefully it inspire them to make them go keep doing what they doing, try to be great.
Facts.
You know
And
what I'm
that's
saying?
facts.
That's how I look at a lot of things. There's a lot of ups and downs. So I look at the value, you know what I'm saying? Like me, that's how I most definitely know that you know what I'm saying, I gotta value myself more because I got too many people looking and people depending on me.
And that's facts. That's facts. Especially when you come from like the backgrounds that we come from. You know what I'm saying? And the culture that we grew up in or that we're brought up in. You know, families in poverty, they always look for that one superstar person in the family to just get them out the struggle.
On me.
And it's like I think that's where the beginning of the lack of value comes in, because when you get kids that are athletic, their parents tend to lean more towards supporting them and backing them, versus like you get a kid that's sitting on the computer all day. And the parents don't understand why they sitting on the computer all day or what they're doing on the computer all day. But what the parents fail to realize is that kid that's sitting on the computer all day is about to make them millions of dollars more than that kid that's about to go to college. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, people are like, how you say that? Look at the athletes out here and look how much they make. An athlete is not guaranteed. Just because you can throw a ball does not mean you're going to go to the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Or just because you can make a good basket don't mean you're going to go to the NBA. There's injuries every day in college, high school ball. So it's like, it's not a guarantee. And people in our culture, they push that. Like, oh yeah, you got to play basketball because I played basketball and I want you to make it in basketball. Nah, if your kid don't play basketball, he just don't play basketball. If he don't play football, he just don't play football. Or if he's athletic but don't want to do that, I mean, you can't really force him to do that, because the more we force our kids to do to that age, they're gonna rebel, and then they're just gonna throw their chances out the window anyway. They'll be like, I don't want to do it anyways. Right. So then it's like you're gonna be mad and you're gonna be hurt or upset because you're gonna feel like your kid threw your dream away. And it's like, what about the kid's dream? You know what I'm saying? Well, that's what a lot of people gotta start focusing on too, is in the conversations that we gotta start having with our children is, what do you want to do? What is your dream? What is your vision? What do you like to do? What brings you happiness? What brings you joy? And I feel like we don't have that conversation, especially in our culture. We don't have that conversation with our children. You know what I'm saying?
We don't.
So it's like, I think us as adults, us as parents, we got to start having more of those deeper substance conversations with our kids to figure out what it is that brings joy to our kids. We can't just think about what brings joy to us when it comes to our kids, because they're gonna be our age one day.
Facts.
And they're gonna have their own shit that they want to do.
That same cycle that our mom and daddy try to stop us from going through.
Facts. And it's like, everybody talks about breaking generational curses. How about we start with that? We break that mental generational curse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We can't push our dreams on our kids. Our kids ain't us. They don't have the same vision as us. They don't have the same likes and desires that we do. You know what I'm saying? So we got to start understanding our children and what our children want. That's why we got so many kids out here running the streets, because parents don't show them enough attention, or parents don't have that conversation with them. So what are they guided by? The streets, number one. These videos, number two. And they think the shit that they see in movies and the shit that they see in videos is easy life, until they get out here living it, and either A, you get shot, B, you shoot somebody, or C, you go to prison because you did some stupid shit that you seen in the video you didn't know the repercussions behind. All because your parents didn't sit you down like, hey, look, this shit is not real life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not finna become the richest man in the world because you sell drugs. Fact. Or you're not finna become the most feared individual in the world because you run in a street gang. Fact. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that shit don't bring respect. It brings respect in a small crowd, in a small organization. But in the retrospect of things, you're not finna give respect or gain the most respect because you're a product of the environment that you grow up in. Understandable. That's most definitely that hey shit. Facts, man, bro. Facts. Yeah, you hit that on the head. I give you that. Yeah, man. We most definitely gonna we most definitely gonna come back and
have this topic again on what Friday?
Yeah.
Friday, come back Friday. Try to get the situation with my live going. Try to get that fixed. But in the meantime, I appreciate everybody tuning in.
Most definitely.
It's your boy NB at your platform podcast.
It's your boy Ulaw, Marshawn. We're gonna definitely keep these conversations going for y'all. Everybody been hitting me up like, man, when y'all going live again? When y'all going live again?
Hey, we're gonna go more.
It's been some busy time, but we definitely gonna get a schedule going for y'all, and we definitely gonna get more topics. We're gonna cover more topics. We're gonna come on here and talk that talk. That's what it's all about.
For real.
Deuce.
Deuce.